editing tips. Okay, so when you're editing, you can just delete this CapCut thing. When you are doing transitions and animations, I usually have quite a short picture. Usually make about 1.5, 1.6. It's up to you how long you make it, but this is a good time to have it. It doesn't have to be point on, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Now, a lot of people just do things like slide, things like that. So their edit can just be like things like, let me just do an example. Things like this. So their edit can end up like something like this. And it does look good. But to get the full vibe, what I do is just quickly, okay, so so let me show you what you have to do. So you click on a photo, and then next to the volume part, which should be blank, you press animation, combo, and scroll all the way to the end where the good ones are. And I usually use things like full bottom, puzzle, sway in. Sway in's a good one. Wobble is a good one. And then if I use, and usually use a consistent thing. So it doesn't have to, so if you use a consistent thing, so if you use the same animation for all your photos, creates this consistent kind of vibe. And if you add like the correct kind of like things. So I actually don't like having it quite long for this edit, so I'm gonna make the photo shorter. It's depending on how you like it with this, the kind of things you're going for. Okay, so I don't really like these ones. So I usually go down. I usually go left. So if I just do left for all of them, it will create that pattern. And then finally the first one. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. And it just kind of feels like yeah. Now I'm going to show you effects. So the effects that I use are edge glow. This really helps. But if you can adjust edge glow and I drag it throughout the whole thing, and basically it just doesn't edge glow for all of them, and I think it just really pulls out the color in it. I usually adjust it, so I do that. I also use a lot of basic effects, so I use shake sometimes, but it depends on how I'm feeling. I sometimes use camera shake because it's not as much of a rough shake, if you get what I mean. So also going on to basic again, I I start with a blurry focus, but I make it quite fast, so it blurs in. It doesn't take ages to blur. There you go. Now go on to mood, and if you scroll down, aura sometimes works. It only kind of works on people though. Purple mist. I usually adjust it so you can't see it too much. It looks pretty good. And then if we go back on here, you can find different ones. Now I'm going to show you hazy. Hazy is a really good one on basic. It's usually can find it on a phone. It's under mini zoom. I'm not sure where it is on other devices, but usually drag it throughout the video, and it just makes the edge of the image kind of blurry, and I think it just looks really good. Okay, now you want to export that. Okay, and create a new one. So now you've got all of it. I'll also delete that. Now you're probably wondering why I've just done it. Now click on your video, animation, combo. So you can do this with videos, not just things like that. And I scroll all the way to the end, and you can find different ones you like. So I like this. I like yo-yo. But we're not finished. You want to export that. I usually delete all the things after when I've got the final one. And you want to place it again. Do the exact same process, but find a different, just find different animation. So just find what you like. Yo-yo works really well. Okay, so you want to delete that and then export, and that is finally finished. Hope that helps. Bye.